Be more clear. New data shows 117,000 is now considered low income for a family of 4 in the Bay Area. With that salary, all you can afford in San Francisco is this tiny 232 square foot condo. Pretty cozy for a family of 4. Or you could pitch a tent on your own new plot of San Francisco turf for $400,000. But in Vegas, you could live large. You could have one of several nice homes we saw listed in Summerlin, complete with 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and a nice pool. And as you can imagine, people are moving here in droves. Last year, more than 30,000 Californians moved to Nevada, according to the DMV, and the price of a U-Haul leaving San Francisco at one point reached more than $2,000 because of a mass exodus. And while Nevada's cost of living is still relatively low, experts say it could creep up.
The Californian can sell their home and buy homes here very often for cash, and the local will have to compete against that, and that could drive up prices.
And you mentioned that sticker shock. I mean, it is pretty crazy with 117,000, but we did do the math. So if you factor in the cost of living, that 117,000 actually comes out to about 61,000 here in Las Vegas. But the threshold for our lower income is actually 50,000. So that means your dollar still definitely goes further here in Vegas. Reporting live, Tom George, 13 Action News.
We did some digging and found the median household incomes in the valley. Now this right here is a breakdown by zip code. Well, households making the most, they're on the west side, making more than $100,000 a year. That is marked in this dark gray zone all the way out here. Now, on the opposite end, people living in the downtown, this dark red area right here, making less than $25,000 a year. So if you want to find out the average household income in your zip code, you could find this map right here on our website at ktnv.com.
Well, developing tonight, tragedy in a newspaper's newsroom where at least 5 people were killed and several others injured when a gunman opened fire. We are learning that general threats were made to the Capital Gazette, and according to ABC, police used facial recognition technology to identify the suspect, who they now have taken into custody. He mutilated his fingers so police couldn't get his fingerprints. Witnesses say police quickly cleared them out of the building.
The police came through, knocking on our door, grabbing the door, and then checking to make sure we are okay. And the next thing you know, he's like, "You need to get out, you need to get out." So then we all ran out into the hallway.
Well, so far, police say they have no motive for the shooting.
Well, keeping our kids safe at school today, the Nevada Attorney General saying enough is enough, pointing out what needs to change in the wake of school shootings. But someone has to pay for it. And 13 Action News reporter Brian Callahan is now live with a look at who is going to try and find that money. Brian.
Yeah, Todd, it doesn't seem like much when you think about the recommendations to add fences all the way around the school here like Clark High School and add adequate security systems, but it really starts to add up when you realize there are more than 650 campuses in the state.
We think these recommendations will go a long way to make our kids in school safer.
That's assuming the recommendations become a reality, because most police officers and principals like Dave Wilson agree limiting access is a key to campus security. But that's easier said than done at older schools that were designed as open campuses.
My problem is that I cannot secure the exterior of my school.
Whether it's redesigning schools or erecting perimeter fencing with panic hardware, most of the security measures presented to keep attackers out of Nevada schools come with significant price tags.
At $800,000 to put all your cameras, all your safety devices, it's going to be about $450 million.
With the Clark County School District slashing more than 500 jobs because of a budget deficit, the question from school board members is pretty simple.
They're going to worry about where they're going to get that money.
And the Attorney General's answer?
Of course, it's up to elected legislature and the future governor to do that balance and figure out, where the money is and what the priority is.
When Laxalt, who is the Republican gubernatorial candidate, was asked to prioritize those safety measures,
it should be a top priority, and I think given the recent shootings, that you'll likely see that pop to the top.
One other area that the report suggests schools and police start searching for funding is by going after federal grants, which they have to do individually. Reporting live, Brian Callahan, 13 Action News.
Brian, thank you.